guys hear me? Oh, my throat. I am sorry for that. Wait, is my music too loud? Hello, hello, everyone. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, wait. So I'm solo. Oh, okay, wait. Yeah. Why is it so low? Okay, how about this one? Oh no, are we starting out the first stream with like problems with the audio? Is this how I start my first stream ever? How about this one? Is this better? Please let me know if it's better. Still low. God damn. I don't know what's going on. Wait. Yeah. How about this? My face is literally so close to the like. Wait. Let me see my mic. Hello, hello. How about this one? Is it better? Because I have a guest and I cannot screw this up. How about this one? Holy shit. I'm glad I opened up early. Still low. Are you kidding me? Oh, no, I'm not frustrated at you. I'm frustrated at my settings. Everything is so high already. Holy shit. What do I do? What is going on? How about this one? No, like my face is literally in front of my mic now. My face is in front of my mic and I'm just kissing my mic now. Okay, this is stressful. And then like it's showing in Streamlabs that it's like, it's high. Hello. Is this better? Can you guys hear me better? I'm doing my best. This is the first stream of the year. I know. Silently wishing I was that mic. Okay, so yeah, so can you guys at least hear me? Like I've already like tuned everything up. I don't know what's going on. It's fixed. Oh, it's perfect. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, thank you so much for being patient, guys. Let me say hello to my friends who came here to join me. I see Lady Scaria on the top. Thank you so much for the super chat. What the hell's a super chat? A super chat earlier. I appreciate it. And we have Laura, the mother of mods. My favorite dragon, September Dragon. Dova King, welcome. It is very nice to see you. Hello, Adam. It's been so long since I've last talked to you. Very dramatic. Hello, Rich. Is that right? Rich Light, right? I hope I'm saying it right. Rich says, "Hello all. I don't know Miss Creepy stream. I'm only familiar with her narration, so checking it out." So yeah, I do stream every Saturday evening, but for the past months I haven't been really streaming that much because I've been very sick, and this past weeks I've also been very busy. I'm still very busy because it's like exams week, and I'm making exams, and then I'm giving out exams, marking exams, and I'm still making videos and still having to teach. So it's been very busy. But I will be free. Am a little bit free this coming, like, next weekend. I'll be all right next weekend, but for now I will cry. I will cry. Okay. Just so sad with my schedule. Okay. But again, thank you guys for helping me earlier with my mic. And then, who else do I have here? I have Mark. Hello, Mark. It is nice to see you. Welcome. And to those who are lurking, welcome to you guys too, okay? Again, it's always fine to lurk on my streams. I do not mind. I'm just happy that someone showed up and like wanted to listen to me or something, you know? I appreciate that. But today, um, oh, by the way, Happy New Year, guys. I didn't stream on like my last week because I think it was not right to stream at that time because it was like New Year's Eve for everybody. So like everybody's busy right now, you know, like preparing for stuff or like cooking or just wanting to relax for the holidays. So yeah, so now I will be streaming regularly again. Um, yes. So am I confused? So for every week again, guys, we will have three videos. If, as you can see, I am really holding up to like three videos a week. Um, I'm trying to tackle more. What do you call this? More topics, like not just the typical dark web one or like the stalker ones or glitch ones that I always do. But if you can see, I'm trying to do more different stuff. So my first video was about the Philippines. The second one was about Dogman. Yeah. So yeah. I hope you guys watch that video and like let me know what you think about it. If I should like cover more different topics, because I do have a couple, prepared. So yeah, but let me go ahead and get my guest first, because today, um, my friend will be joining me. What guys? Can you hear the music though? I'm just curious. Like, is there music? Or did I completely obliterate the music just so I could fix my audio earlier? I am not good at technology. Everybody knows that. I am Miss Technical Issues Tales. We can't really hear it. Oh, okay. It's all right. It's all right. I am the music. You don't need you don't need the music. I am the music. Okay, wait. Let me get Rando. Rando. Where's my friend? My friend. Um. Okay. I'm a kidnap my friend. Shh. Don't tell anybody.
Hello.
Oh, the scary. I was like, I'm gonna tag Rando, and then I was fixing like the number of people that come in the channel, and then Rando was like, "Hello." I'm like, "Holy shit!" Hello, Rando.
Hello. Can anyone hear me?
Yes, can you guys hear Rando? How about you, Rando? Can you hear me? Rando, can you hear me, Rando? Holy, oh no, Rando, can you hear me? Rando, can you hear me? Oh no,
Can you hear me?
I can hear Rando. I don't know if you guys can hear Rando. Oh no, what is going on? Okay, let me get rid of this music. It's making me confused. Okay, can anybody hear Rando? So you guys can hear Rando, but I can't hear Rando? No, no, I can hear Rando.
Hello. Hello. Test. One, two, three.
I can
I cannot
hear.
hear anything except for myself.
Okay, that's weird.
I cannot hear you.
That's so weird. We're in the freaking same
Hold on, let me try
channel.
something.
That's so weird. Okay, wait. Rando went out and came back in. I hope you can
Hello.
hear. Can you hear me, Rando? Holy.
MCT, I cannot hear you. Let me hold on.
I think it's something with your settings because everyone can hear us. I can hear you. They can hear you. Um, so everybody's helping us. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you.
Okay. One, two, three. Test.
Hello.
Yes, it is the Jedi's fault. I saw that little comment on there. Oh shoot. Okay.
I don't know what's going on. We're in the same
Let me
channel.
see something here.
Okay. Thank you guys for always helping me, though. I appreciate it.
That's not gonna work.
So while Rando's trying to fix the mic thingy, how's everybody? Are you guys okay? You know,
Hey,
how
knock
was
it
your
off.
New Year?
Whoever's doing that.
Is it your cat? No, he can't hear me.
Okay.
I want to cry.
Let me. Good grief. Hold on.
Yeah. I'm kind of confused what to do.
Switch input out.
So how are you guys? I have to know.
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you,
Oh,
MCT. I did it.
It scared the shit out of me.
Sorry. I was celebrating because I can do it. I did it.
I'm very happy and proud of you, Rando, but please refrain
Don't
from
be scared of
giving
me.
me
I'm
a heart
sorry.
attack.
I'm so sorry. It's all the Jedi's fault. It's all the stinking Jedi's
Oh
fault.
my
Jedi
god.
scum.
Oh my.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone. This is my dear friend Rando.
Hello. My name is Rando Calrissian. Um, I am very excited to be here. Been wanting to do it for a while, but you know, life got in the way. So, but that's okay. But MCT, how are you doing? How are you feeling and everything?
I appreciate Rando being very patient. We've been planning this stream for a while now, but I've been busy and then very sick, and then things were just not working out for us. So finally, like,
Yeah.
no, we're gonna do this on the 7th of January. You know, nothing's gonna stop it anymore.
Well, the thing is, listen, I have no right to be upset because I literally promised MCT a story by the first of the year. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get it done. It's gonna be great, and it's still not done.
It's all right.
It's still not done. So I'm a slacker when it comes to stories. I mean, I think anyone can testify to that. I have writer's block like really bad, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this story. It's gonna be great, and then I stare at the blank page. I'm just like, oh, this is no fun.
It's okay. Great stories need, like take time to make. All right. Okay.
I wouldn't even call them great stories. They're more
Now
like
let me call
mediocre
them
at
great stories.
Okay, fine. Great stories.
I
Well,
will
I mean,
fight you.
if you
I'll fight
insist.
you with that. Okay.
Um,
Okay. Who else is here? Oh, hello, kid. Kid says I'm doing good. How about yourself? I am health wise. I am a bit better, which is a good thing because that's literally all I want this 2023, just good health. Because if I have good health and like good physical health and good mental health, I think all the other things are just gonna follow. So yeah, I just want to be healthy, and
mhm.
but I'm super busy, like super busy, like holy shit busy. Rose, doing all right. Currently on a break after finishing a long running series. Damn, congratulations for finishing that series. Sounds
Hey,
great.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Imagine writing a series. I can even write one paragraph. Like, I'm so bad at writing.
You can write. You just choose not to write.
I
Let's
just
be honest.
don't have the right also. Okay, so by the way, Rando, how's your new year? How's
Um,
2023 treating you so far?
well, we're 7 days in,
Yes.
and it's been going fine so far. We actually the first day, January 1st, we got a brand new cat.
No.
Um, and we officially started our cat rescue.
Oh, that's
Um,
so good.
so right now we have 10 cats,
You have
and
I'm sorry. How many?
we have 10 cats. And the reason why we have 10 cats is because we get them healthy, we get them vaccinated, we make
Mm.
sure that they got everything that they need, and then we thank you for that, sir. Thirsty. I love you.
Hello, wife. She's my wife now. She's our wife now. Sorry, Rando.
No, it's fine. Um, so anyways, we get them all like healthy and everything, and then we sell them. So we got a brand new cat named Daisy. She has a declub jaw, and we are rehabilitating her back to health. She's just a little kitten. We also think she might have pinched hips, so that might cause a problem in the future, but we're getting her as healthy as we can, and she might be a cat that we end up keeping rather than giving away. But we're working on giving a couple other away right now.
That's,
So
it's very difficult. I think I think if I had your 10 cats, I would just keep all 10 cats, you know, and
it's hard to give them away. It
it's
truly is
hard.
because
It's
you
hard.
you build attachments to them. Like for example, like we have a cat named Mistopheles, and the original plan was to get him healthy and give him away. The problem is he came to us way too young and imprinted on us.
Mm.
So he is now my cat. If I go somewhere, he will follow. Um, and he's become a cat that I don't think we will ever give away because of that bond that he has with us. And I just think that he wouldn't know what to do with himself if we did give him away. So,
But,
it's definitely
mm,
hard to give him away.
I get that. That sounds amazing though. You know, like I really appreciate people that go out of their way to like help animals. Um, because I am obsessed with animals. I love them to death. Like I love them so much. So I wanted to share something to you guys this about what I did this New Year. Like around New Year. So there's this old lady here in like the area that I live in Thailand. She you will definitely notice her when you see her on the road because she's old but she's still very strong and she rides or drives a motorcycle and she
I'm
kind of
sorry.
changed, huh? She
Keep going. I'll tell you later.
okay, so she rides a motorcycle and you would see that her motorcycle has been changed in some parts, like she's attached some buckets beside it because the thing is she fills it with food and like goes around the area so that she could find strays and she feeds it. So I'm like, oh my god, I love this lady, like this is so noble of her. But then I realized that her house was actually near mine, and then when we passed by I could see that she has a ton of animals there, and I'm not really sure what's going on in her life. Like, where is she getting money to feed the dogs? What her house was, or whatever. And I've been thinking about like giving her something to help her a bit, because I just adore her. Like, I want to get. I used to give food to animals. No, the thing is, I used to like cook lots. Like I cook a lot of food, and then I would pack them all up, and then I would go around with my father and like give food to street animals. But then we kind of stopped that, and we just like give food to street animals that are near us instead, because it's been a bit difficult for us like driving around and doing stuff like that. So that's why I really adore her and wanted to support her. So we went to her place the other like time, and we gave her some money for it. I do have photos. Let me see. Yeah, I gotta show you the old lady. She's fantastic. I put this all in one folder. Aha, found it.
MCT, what I was laughing at was when you were describing this woman, and she sounds like a very sweet woman. She sounds like an awesome woman. But you're like, you'll know if you're see her because she's really old. I'm just like, wow, okay, that's one way of putting it.
I'm sorry.
It's like not because like she's not because she's very sweet or she's very beautiful. No, that bitch is old. It's like
She looks
I'm
really
sorry.
old, but she's so strong. You know, like she's so strong, and oh my gosh, she's so lovable. It's so cute. So yeah, I'm putting up the photo of her motorcycle. Okay, so and then the place is a bit um how do I call this? It doesn't look that nice, but before like any of you think like, oh no, the place looks horrible, it's kind of messy. She's alone. Like she's literally the only person who takes care of this whole place, and she has 50 animals in her area, and
Jeez.
she works. So the thing is, she doesn't just rely on like donations from people. She goes to work because she wants to make sure that even if nobody gives her anything for the animals, she can make sure that the animals won't starve, because she says like they rely on her, blah blah blah. So I love her so much. So yeah, that's her motorcycle on the street screen, you guys. And then she has like this little basket at the back, and then like this little thingy for the water. So yeah, she feeds strays. And wait, sorry, I just really wanted to like share these. What else?
See, that's awesome. I do have a soft spot for people that, like you said, take time out of their
Mm.
life to care for animals. Um, I love animals. I love cats. I love dogs and all that stuff. I'm actually kind of more of a cat person than I am a dog person. But we have multiple types of animals here. I mean, we have chickens, we have rabbits, we used to have ducks. We're about to get ducks again.
Mm.
And we have cats and dogs, and we love them. We take care of all of them. So I just, people who take time out of their lives, especially people who are alone, that take that time out
Mm.
of their life to take care of animals. That is truly something special, and I think it takes a special type of person to not only take care of animals but actually live alone and then work while doing it.
Right.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So, by the way, guys, you would see my dad on the photos there. He went with me because yeah, because poor MCT doesn't know how to drive, so my dad has to drive me everywhere. I don't know how to drive. Okay.
All right, well, that means I just need to come down to Thailand and we need to teach you how to drive, get a little DMV going on. The DMV, I don't know if you guys have a DMV down there, but or up there or wherever you're at.
And oh,
It's something that you sit in and wait for them to call your name and then you take a driving test.
oh,
It is the worst place in the world. I hate the DMV.
like are you just saying that? Oh, hello, Blitz. Welcome to the stream. The old
I just
that.
saw not MCT. I saw Lady Spicaria enter the chat.
Hello, BBs. Hey, BBs. I'm gonna say hi to Blitz first because I already mentioned Blitz. Blitz says that old woman secretly does a Rocky montage every morning. She's that strong.
Do do do. Ba-da-bo.
Hello, BBs.
Um,
I loves the BBs. Yeah. Rich says I have a
Hello, Lady
wild
Spicaria.
fox. I can watch and they pay me attention from a distance. Wild coyotes I follow on their hunts, so armed just in case. And wild rabbits. Animals are nice. Animals are very nice. I like them very much. The Vikings agreeing with you. Can agree. DMVs are terrible.
Yeah, DMVs suck. Okay, so speaking of things that are terrible, um, I gotta. So I've been wanting to get this off my chest, and I feel like this is the most appropriate time to do this. Um, so YouTubers, does anybody in the chat or MCT, do you know the YouTuber that goes by the name of Charlotte Dubray?
um, mm, no.
Is that a yes or a no? Okay,
It's,
so my wife watches Charlotte Dubray religiously, like absolutely religiously. Watches her every single day.
mm-hmm.
This is probably the most annoying. most entitled YouTuber I've ever seen in my life. And it bugs me. It's not so much the fact that she's annoying that I don't like her. The reason why I don't like her is because if my wife knew this person in real life, like actually took the time out of her day to speak to her, I would not hear the end of how much my wife hated this woman. Like she is that kind of person. And she is like the most hypocritical, most like entitled person on YouTube that makes fun of entitled people, but her in herself is actually entitled. And it's just like, why do you watch her? Well, I think she's funny. No, you don't. If you knew this woman, you would hate her. Uh, I'm sorry. I just need to get off my chest. Everyone got real silent, so I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just I do not have a comment on that.
I'm sorry. It's just like,
I do not want to
uh,
comment about other YouTubers in a
I
negative
know,
way
I know,
when I'm streaming.
I
So
know. It's
no comment.
it, it's a bad thing to comment on other YouTubers. I know because there's probably many people in the world that think I'm annoying and I'm entitled, and I'm sure there is. But it's just like I just need to get that off my chest. But anyways, moving on. What did you have to eat today?
I haven't eaten yet. I just I didn't want to eat yet earlier. Oh, by the way, guys. Oh yes. So going back to Rando's question, what have you guys eaten today? But and while you think about that or type that answer, you guys can look at the photo on the screen. You'd see that there are like a couple of dogs. They're beautiful. They're just adorable. And then there's my dad, the one wearing white, and then there's the old lady, the one wearing boots and like blue ones. There's oh my god, I want to go back there. So I gave her some money to help her, with stuff, and I personally pledged that I would give her some money every single month, like from what I earn from YouTube. So it's not that much, but at least there's something that she would expect. And she has so many cats, and there was one cat there that only had like three legs, and there was like a blind dog, and so this is where she sleeps. I'll show you. Like she sleeps in the area. She doesn't have a house, and she says that she's just happy staying in this place. So this is like if you look at it, like it's not really a very good place for an old lady to sleep in. And like I don't know how it would work for her if the weather is like really bad, because sometimes we have like rainy seasons here. So like look at her little hut, and the dog behind, like the dog at the back that you'd see in the photo, is sick, so that's why it's like staying near her. She's so adorable.
A very nice little place that she's got.
Right. It's a bit sad. This is just her house, but Adam, who I shared like the like the things that I've done, like showed him the photos of what the old lady does. Adam pledged that he was gonna buy her a sleeping bag, which is actually very kind of Adam. So thank you, Adam. I'm not sure what the dog is sick with. Rich, I'm gonna be honest. Like, she speaks Thai and not an ounce of English, and I don't speak Thai that much, so we didn't really have a clear conversation. It's very hard, but you know.
Does your dad speak Thai?
No, my dad does not speak Thai too.
Okay, so
So we
it's
went. Yeah, it was very difficult. Oh, but hello, Jess. Orona Jess 2008. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate you liking my content. Um, see what else. I was also thinking of buying the dogs some bowls, like where they could put the food, because some dogs have bowls, some don't. So they she just puts it in like really awkward um you know containers sometimes, and I can't blame her. Like she has 50 animals to feed every single day, and it's not like she can focus on buying the plates. Of course, she would prioritize the food, so that's like one of the things. So I'm not. I don't know if I should set up
Crazy that
a.
she has 50 animals.
She has 50 animals, and because the
That's
animals
that's
in the
insane.
area just know that her place is like a safe haven for them, so she leaves the gate open. She leaves the gate open, and people can just no, not people. Dogs and cats can just go in and eat if they want, and then go back out. It's
Yeah,
it's a very very nice thing.
that's good. That's awesome that she does that for animals. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it is though. And she also had a blind dog there, and they were like puppies, and oh, I feel so bad for those animals. Like I'm happy for them that they're being taken care of, but just in general, like they should not be like strays. They should have families and like be loved and spoiled, and
Yeah, yeah, I understand. It's hard to see a stray dog or stray cats. I think that's why we have so many cats because my wife has such big heart for cats, and she always is getting more and more cats because she loves them so much and she wants to rehabilitate them and find them a home.
um,
So
oh my god, my lungs. Sorry, I wanted to cough and I was like trying to stop it. Like don't cough, don't cough. I'm sorry.
just into the mic.
And it's funny because one of my friends said like, what if like I'm gonna show this to people because maybe somebody wants to help, and they're like, what if they think you're just stealing photos from the internet? So I had my dad join the photo. Obviously he didn't. He, in the photo you would see he accidentally closed his eyes. He accidentally closed his eyes in the photo. Um,
Holding an MCT picture.
yes,
There you
he's
go.
holding. he's holding he's holding my iPad, and then that's my photo, and he's like holding MCT in it. Like, okay, I
if
did
if
not steal this photo from the internet, okay? I really went there and like gave the old lady something. So her
if
name.
you did steal that photo from the internet, that's one dedicated fan you have there.
Right, because now my point is I really want to help her, and I know that there are a lot of people that want to help animals, and I'm not like gonna shove this in your face like, hey, this old lady needs help, like you gotta help him, like like I just want to share it, so just in case those who are capable and want to, because I know there's a lot of people who want to help but just don't have the money right now, or and that's all right, you can send good vibes, it's totally fine. But those who are capable, I would like them to see, and possibly like like send her something, or I don't know, send me something so I can give it to her. I'm not gonna steal anything, like I would if dogs needed to eat my arm to survive, I'd give him my arm. That's how much I love animals. So yeah, I did
Right,
not
right.
steal photos from the internet. As you can see, my dad is holding my awkward photo MCT. My dad. Her name
Yeah.
is Pacha, by the way. This old lady's
Pacha?
name is Pacha. Yes, Pacha. And she's holding a paper that says T. Nelene. That's also my best friend. Because my best friend also loves animals, but she went somewhere. So she just like gave me the money to give it to her. So yes, that's why there's
Gotcha.
MCT and T. Nelene. Teacher Nelene. That's my best friend.
Awesome.
She's
I
adorable.
love that you're helping out this lady. That's very like kudos to you for doing that. That's awesome.
Like, it's kind
If
of.
I had money, I'd go ahead and super chat you so you could help out this lady even more. But it's kind of been a
No,
rough
again,
couple
you don't have to
weeks.
worry about that. Like, if I know that you guys love animals, if you don't have you're not able to like help them right now, you can just literally like send them good vibes or like prayers,
Yeah,
wish that they have good health all the time. Because I worry about this old lady's health. Like, she's old, and she's taking care and working so much. But it's
she's a
also.
trooper.
She is. But the thing with Thai like old ladies are, they also like are very strong. They're very strong. Like
Yeah,
my stepmom is 64 years old, and she goes Zumba. She goes swimming, and she's still working. Like she's still doing their salon stuff. Like it's actually pretty. So yeah, there's
your, your mom does Zumba.
My
Or your
stepmom.
stepmom does Zumba?
Yes, she does Zumba and she does swimming, and she's 64 and she like goes on trips, and she's so, if you look at her, she's like 40, you know. She has the energy of a 40-year-old woman.
Crazy. That's awesome.
Oh, Rich, thank you. Is this for the dogs? Because I will definitely give this to the dogs when I, you know. Because the thing is, people ask me where do they send money, and my problem is, um, I do not have PayPal anymore. I used to have PayPal, but I do not have it anymore because PayPal closed. PayPal Thailand doesn't work for foreigners. There is PayPal in Thailand, but they said that they're requiring like a national ID number so that you can continue using PayPal. But foreigners could not have that. We're not allowed to have that. Because only, of course, those who are born Thai can get it. So basically, all the foreign people who live in Thailand do not have PayPal anymore. All of us. So I was looking for other ways and how to like, if anybody wants to give money for the old lady, but I haven't found it yet. But yeah, super chat would work, and I will make sure to like give that to her next month. Would you? I haven't really thought much about this. I'm kind of confused. So would I could take photos and stuff. Would you like me to use this money, Rich, to like buy things for her? Or like just give it to her and just like I put your name on the piece of paper and like what I did on the photo. And thank you so much. I will let her know that there are people online that are supporting her. Like seriously. Yes. Okay. Noted. No worries. I'm definitely writing all of this down. Wait, it's the freaking notepad. I am very bad at
I'm writing
technology.
all of it down. Don't worry. Where's my notepad?
No, I was gonna put it on my iPad. I was starting to write it on my iPad. I'm like, no, this sucks. I hate the iPad. Like
See,
it looks so ugly when you write with it. I'm like, no, this sucks. I hate it. It looks ugly.
see,
Rich.
that's the only thing I can write on is an iPhone or an iPad because, well, I can't really spell all that well, so I need to speak it in, right?
Oh, so you're like just using the. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I get that. I get that.
Yeah, I cannot spell to save my life. It's actually funny thing actually. If I was to stop, like, if I was just to stop writing and spelling, or reading and spelling for like 3 or 4 months, just like didn't do anything, I would actually lose the skill and have to reteach myself how to do it. Like, that's not even a joke. That's serious. I'm serious.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a little, it's all the Jedi's fault. They put that
it's
chip
all.
into my head when I was
It's all
little.
the Jedi's fault. It's the
It's
Jedi
all
fault.
it's all their fault. Jedi scum.
So I'm
Oh
so
goodness.
sorry, chat. I'm actually looking at your chat. I'm just not able to like respond that quickly. I'm very slow right now. Okay, wait. Um, okay, sure. No, I'm just gonna like show you guys that I'm giving her the money, like photos, new photos from Dogo, so at least enjoy seeing the little adorable doggos there. And I'm probably gonna use part of the money to also buy things, as I mentioned earlier, like dog bowls or maybe like cat litter, because there's also like a lot of cats there. What else? Can I send you dog bowls and stuff like that? Um, yes, that would be appreciated. But I have to think of. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't really think this through, like when sharing it to you, because I just wanted to share the experience to you guys. And now I see that there's a lot of you that like kind of want to help them. So first of all, Orona Jess, GoFundMe does not work for us here. It's not available in our country. I'm in Thailand, so there's a lot of things that don't work out for us, like PayPal. We don't have Cash App. We don't have GoFundMe. We don't have those things. So it's kind of sad. Yeah, so you can send dog bowls and stuff like that. I'm thinking of how though. because we don't also have PO boxes here. This is very sad. We don't have PO box stuff here.
You don't have PO box stuff,
No,
really?
no, we don't do that. Like if you want to send something to us, we just give you our like address.
So it just gets shipped directly to your
Yes, to our
where your
home
like your
or like our
residence.
workplace. Yeah, our designated address where we want it to be shipped. We don't do PO box here. I mean, we don't really have a lot of scary things going on, so it's safe. If you know what I mean. Like we're not really worried about things or like people sending us scary things or whatever because it's kind of safe here. Like I'm really safe here. It's fine. So Laura said that Laura will help me figure things out though. Um, After the stream, so I will let you guys know more about it. But I'm so overwhelmed right now. I'm just so happy that people are so willing to help. So thank you again, Rich. It's highly appreciated. Thank you, Adam, for like the what do you call that sleeping bag, and Laura. Thank you for like in advance for later for helping me figure things out about this. Okay.
Does she need any like dog beds for her dogs and stuff like that or her cats? Or
Uh,
do they just sleep on the ground
they
or
just sleep on the ground. If you look at the photo on the screen right now, that one they have there's a house, but that's uninhabitable. That's why she sleeps on like that little hut. Um, that's just there. They just didn't tear it down. So there's like little huts around, so the dogs can go there and sleep in the huts. But most of them just sleep on the ground. Like they don't even care. They just want a safe space and food. And the dog she's hugging on the photo is actually blind, like blind in both
okay, cat.
eyes. So adorable. I love him. I touched his head and he was like sniffing me. He was like, "Who is this lady? Why does she also smell like dogs?" She smells like dogs. She smells like me. So adorable. And there was like one dog at the back, and he was so like he was huge. And the old lady was like, "Yeah, he only likes me. Like you can't go there. He will tear you into pieces." But by the way, guys, I know that I've been talking a lot about this, but I also want to talk about you. So, Rando and people in the chat, what are your goals for this year? No.
Oh man, my goals. Well, I have quite a few. So I wanna get back into writing a lot. I owe a couple people stories. Obviously, I owe you a story. I know I owe 42 a story. I've been for the past like 2.5 years. I've owed a story. Um, so I want to get back into that, and I also want to get back into the gym. I've been really inconsistent with the gym lately. Um, I think I haven't been to the gym in almost a month now. Um, so I really want to get back into that and get, get my strength back. My wife has agreed to go to the gym with me. So,
That's
um,
nice.
we can start going to the gym together. And other than that, just, uh, go further in my job and climb the ladder and
Mm,
start making more money for me and my wife. And yeah, that's about it. What about you, MCT? What's your goals for this year?
that sounds great. I'm really jealous about the gym though. Yeah, I need to work out. So, uh, first of all, Rando, yeah, go get that moonies, yeah? Go get that monies. Go
Money.
climb the ladder and get the moonies. The moonies.
Money is at the top of the. It doesn't matter how you cross. It doesn't matter what's at the end of the rainbow. It only matters how you got there. Something like that. Whatever the saying is.
I'm not good at sayings, but yes, yes, I support.
Oh no, the saying is it doesn't matter what's at the end of the rainbow. It just matters that you beat the leprechauns there. That's the saying.
So we're beating up leprechauns? Yeah.
I guess.
That's my takeaway from that. We're beating up leprechauns.
Hey,
um,
they're creepy anyways. This is their creepy.
they're creepy anyways. Rose,
So what's your
right?
goals for this year, MCT?
Um, YouTube wise, it would be to reach 10,000 subscribers. I'm not sure if I can do that, but I will try my. Sorry, that was my phone. I will try my best to reach 10k subs. then get more views, of course, and possibly put out like more like different kinds of content because I've been doing like the same contents and stuff. So that's why I'm trying to tap on like different stuff. Like I started with Dogman, and I'm gonna do like humanoid stories and like crawler stories. They're not getting good views right now because it's not something that people are used on my channel. But I hope one day people will just like, oh, it's from Miss Creepy Tales, whatever it is, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the YouTuber
You know what I
goal.
think you'd. Uh huh.
Go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say is, you know what I think you'd be really good at is like a top 10 video, like top 10 creepy things that have happened at this place, or top 10, you know, cryptic sightings or whatever. Like different thing. I think you'd be really good at that.
I've actually thought about it, and I have three videos. Okay, I have three videos or four like on my channel with something like that. I've done that before, but I'm not really good at writing. So I just like write the scripts there and like summarize the things and blah blah. And of course, I don't want to show you guys because the quality is like really bad because it's really old. And I was just starting out and I had this very old ugly mic, so the quality is really bad. But yeah, I do have that, and I want to do that more. But I'm I don't know how to write, like seriously. And if I did know how to write, I do not have time to like write scripts because I also work as a teacher, and there's so many things to do with being a teacher. And I was thinking about like commissioning someone to do it for me, but it's hard for me to pay them because I don't really have any means to pay them. Like no more PayPal, no nothing. Like I can't commission people anymore. So yes, I'm gonna do that in the future, but not the near future. I
Yeah.
have to figure things out first.
Well, something that I do is whenever I post one of my own original stories on YouTube, I ad lib pretty much all of them. So I don't even write them down. I just kind of make them up as I go. So that might be something worth looking into where you gotta have like a basic thing of what you want to talk about in your head, and the whole thing you just kind of like what you've done the research, you know what you need to talk about, you know what your top 10 is going to be, and you just kind of ad lib it as you go along. And if you mess up, you just erase it and then keep going.
I am not good at that because I cannot focus. I'm the type of person I don't know. I don't want to self-diagnose, but um, I I think I have like ADHD and I really can't focus on one topic. I just jump from one thought to another, even like in my own head. So I get lost and it's not working out. It's not working out
Yeah,
for me. Like I can't focus on one thing for a long period of time. I keep jumping onto like different things in like short periods of time. Yeah. But let
I get
me
it.
but for personal goals, of course I would like to lose weight, be healthier because I think I'm also being very sickly because of like my weight. Like it's not working out for me. Um my and also my mental health. So yeah, just focusing on like having good mental health and like physical health, and everything else will follow. Let's see what the chat says. Rose says, oh, they want to write some successful SCP articles. I'm always interested with SCP. Like I love them. I don't know
I
if I'm
love
allowed to
SCP so
narrate
much.
stuff about SCP. I don't know. I want to. Rich,
I
thank you. You were
love
very sweet.
I love the SCP storyline. I love the whole SCP like articles, and like there's this YouTuber called the Vulgan, and he's my favorite SCP creator. He like does different articles on the SCP. It's just such an interesting universe to see all these different creatures and these different phenomenons.
It
Like
is.
it's just awesome. I love it so much.
And I like hearing about what they can do and like what their weaknesses or like stuff like that. Oh, those are so interesting. I like those.
Yeah, I love that. My favorite SCP is I think it's SCP 0. what is it, SCP-074, I think it is. That's pretty sure it's SCP-074. Yeah, it is, because that's Kane, and that's actually who, when I write my stories, that's actually who all my stories are based on, is that SCP character. And I just love that SCP character so much. He's such an interesting character, and just like, oh, it's just so good. I love it so much.
What's my favorite SCP? I don't know. Like I like the SCP, the beautiful. I think it's the beautiful man. I think that's what he's called. So he can like change his appearance. He's like a shapeshifter. And I also
Mhm.
like the dynamic of those two SCPs, the child and the monster that looks like a reptile at the same time. So they're like friends and they take care of each other. I know how I'm describing it to you guys sounds confusing, but yeah, one day I'll find a photo of them and then I'll show it on my next stream. Because then again, yes, I will be streaming more consistently now. Okay, so no, I will show you guys next week. So Laura says, I feel you, Rando. I owe Miss Creepy Tales a story as well. Take your time. No pressure. Arona Jess, maybe you can add a link to your channel. I want to help. I will, no worry, or Jess, I will try to figure things out with Laura later after the stream. After the stream. So, if anybody wants to give stuff for the doggies or the lady, then we can work this out. There's a because I do donate. I'm a sucker for like animals. Okay, so I do donate money to like um, different people, and of course for like the places here in Thailand or people who help dogs here in Thailand, I just transfer it to them. But there's this one guy in Syria. He has a massive like dog rescue. He has maybe like 1,000 dogs, and I like gave him money one time, and he did it through his Patreon. But there was an option to like give one time or monthly. So I'm not sure how to work that out, because um my I have Patreon myself as Miss Creepy Tales, and I have like a couple. I have like 5 people there supporting me. If you guys are hearing this, those 5 people, I love you so much. So I have 5 people there supporting me, but I was thinking of if someone wants to give something to the dogs, maybe they could give it through Patreon, but just specify that it's for the dogs. But I can't find the option to just give one time, like, and not like make it a monthly thing. So I'm very confused. I don't know. Like, how was that guy able to do like a one time thing and also a monthly thing? And why can't I not do it? Because if someone wants to give to the dogs, like, I don't want to confuse the dog's money with my money too. I don't know. I'm a mess with technology.
What you should do
So
is on your Patreon, um, create another page just like called like the like dog money, or for the dogs or whatever, for the animals, and whoever donates to that, you'll know that that's for the animals, and then whoever donates to you, you'll know that's your money that you need to set aside.
I can make another page. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can make another
I
page.
will I will try to figure that out. So guys, yeah, I will update you once I figure things out. Cuz right now I have not figured anything out. I am just lost. I am just a child on the internet with no idea what to do and where to go. Blitz says, "I've already accomplished my life goals." Wow. Good for you. Congratulations, dude. Going to Germany, Wales, and Japan this year. God damn it. I want to go to Japan.
Love to go to
I
Japan.
want to go to
I'd love to go
Japan.
there. I'd
Re-
love, you know what I want to do? Something I've always wanted to do is go to Japan and go to the Godzilla Hotel. That's something I've always wanted to do. Like everything there is Godzilla themed, and like the very top floor is the Godzilla room, to where like there's like a
mm-hmm.
big red button on the wall, and if you click the big red button, the room will start shaking, and then a news report will come up about Godzilla terrorizing the city. It looks awesome. I've always wanted to go there.
I want to try that. That sounds cool. Rich says, I watch anything you put out since I was suggested your channel. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Let me see. Oh, Adam found the SCP I was talking about. Wait. He even got me a photo. Wait, let me show this to you guys. This is the SCP I was talking about. They're adorable. Let me see. Just having a difficult time putting photos. Here we go. So this is SCP-682 and SCP-053. Oh, I love them so much. Like this child just has like the saddest background. Like it's not even her fault, you know? People always want to try to like hurt her. And then look at this little cute monster. I don't know. I don't know what anybody says, but I like this little monster. Two of them. They're so adorable.
SCP-682, there's a conspiracy theory surrounding SCP-682. So in the SCP universe, I think the Scarlet King is SCP-1110, I want to say. I can't remember what number he is. So the Scarlet King is basically like the devil in the SCP universe. And this conspiracy theory is that 682 is actually one of his 9 children. And he was also the serpent in the garden when Adam and Eve fell. So like there's a conspiracy theory that he's one of the children of the Scarlet King, and he was the serpent when Adam and Eve took the bite of the fruit. 682 was that serpent.
It's a very good theory. It's kind of cool.
It is cool, and the reason why that theory exists is because SCP-001. Well, SCP-001 is multiple things, but the most popular is that it's the Gate Guardian. And when SCP-682 went to the Gate Guardian, he called him a pretender, and he wasn't, and he said, "You're not really guarding. This isn't the Garden of Eden. You're a pretender." And that's what's kind of sparked that whole... I mean, I know it's all fake, but I mean, like, that's what, like, that whole log sparked that whole conspiracy theory.
I like how you guys are really good at SCP stuff. Like Jack Johnson was like talking about his favorite SCP, and people here are like saying that SCP-53 and blah blah blah. Dova King is like SCP-49, SCP-96 will always hold a special place in my heart. How you guys are so good at SCP stuff. Like I just know they exist. Like they exist in the SCP world, and then this is what happened, and they have numbers and they have things, but I'm not really knowledgeable about like the numbers and most of their like stories and stuff. But I do enjoy them a lot though.
If you really want to get good at like like knowing what goes with what SCP, I highly recommend the Vulcan on YouTube. That is like the ultimate SCP source.
Is it the like one with like animations? No. Is it the one?
So like the way he presents it is he's like his character is a doctor called Dr. Miller in the SCP Foundation. And the way he presents it is like a lecture on the SCP. But then he'll like play interviews and stuff where he'll do all the voices. And it's like it's not just some guy talking in a monotone voice like this. This is SCP-09. He actually like gets into character and does all the voices, and it's like I highly recommend him. There's really no animations. Like the entire time you're looking at a scrolling text and a computer screen displaying that SCP, but it's played out like a lecture, so it makes sense that you're doing that. So I highly recommend it.
I will check that out when I have done. It sounds really cool. Let me see. Rich says I'm retiring in the Philippines. Ooh, and Japan is on the list of places to go. There's a monastery that moved in over near me, and I love hanging with them and speaking and learning from each other. You're retiring in the Philippines. What am I gonna say? Good luck. Well, the Philippines, I'm from the Philippines, of course. I've been there for like 22 years of my life. Um, it's a beautiful country with beautiful people, but of course, like just every country in the world, it has like downsides. But yeah, it's a great place depending on where you are though. I would suggest to be far from cities because it's just loud. It's just noisy. It's just like the traffic and shit. Ew. I hate traffic. And I've and like I mean the place that I live in Thailand right now has no traffic. We literally do not have traffic here. There's only traffic maybe if people are like fixing the road, you know? But there's no traffic in the place that I'm in. I've been here for 5 years. There's literally no traffic.
I
It
hate
has.
traffic.
I hate traffic. It also has really fresh air here. So in the Philippines, the air is also good. If you go to places that's not near the city, please go to the province. It's better there. But if you want to move, go to Palawan. Palawan's so beautiful. I'm from Cebu, so Cebu is nice. It's called the Queen City of the South. It's very developed. People there, most of them, even people who just sell things by the side of the road, can speak English. Like English is like easy for us there. So talking to people there wouldn't be hard. And it's very developed. We have a lot of things going on, but yeah, there's also traffic if you're like near the city and shit. I hate
Well,
traffic.
that's something
It
I'm
is
very curious about where you live. Is English like a very common language where you live, or when you're at school, do you have to speak in a different language in order to teach?
um English is very common for us because in school we use English to teach almost all of our subjects.
Okay,
So we are taught in English ever since we were like kids. The only subject that's not taught in English is our, um, you know, Filipino subject, which is about the Philippines, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's English is like a second thing to us. Well, for me, it's a third language for me because I have a dialect which is Cebuano, and I have my national language which is Filipino, Tagalog, and I have English as my third one. But I use English more than Tagalog. I don't even use Tagalog that much, but I understand it very well.
that's interesting. That's just something I've always been curious about because your English is like, I mean, you could have fooled me. Your English is very good. Like I would have thought it was a first and or second language. I would never thought it was a third language.
Thank you. Another thing that probably helped me in like I'm sorry, I'm not speaking English well right now too because I'm just being lazy and I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Um, my dad is an English teacher. So when I was young, my dad would always speak to me in English at home, like at home. And he wouldn't allow me to like watch like shows that are not in English. So basically, he bought CDs and like I would watch like Ants, Bugs Life, those shows when I was young, Wolf Fang. So I just watch English shows, listen to English movie, what else? English songs, read English books, and just had a lot of exposure to the language. And then when I
Got you.
grew up, of course, in school, we were very competitive, and I was very competitive. So it was always a thing of like who can speak English better, blah blah blah. So I didn't really study the language, but I practiced it a lot, and I also worked as a call center agent when I was like 18. So I literally spoke to, yeah, Americans for 8 hours a day for 5 days a week.
So yeah, you've gotten very good at English. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome that
So
you're
vocabulary,
self-taught the language pretty much.
yes, grammar, vocabulary wise, it's just me, but with an accent. Trying to remove the Filipino accent. It was because practiced it with like Americans every day, and then I moved jobs and I worked with Canadians, and I moved to another job, and I work with both Canadians, Americans, and people from Europe. So it was a mess. Let me
Well, that's
see.
awesome. I wish I could speak another language. I cannot. I can only speak English.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but learning new language is always fun. It's always fun. Well, just for me, Adam hates it.
Well, there was a time where I was learning Russian, and I actually got pretty good at it, and then I stopped and I lost all the knowledge on how to speak it. I was like hardcore learning how to speak
What's the
Russian for like a
music?
year. Hey,
No, no, no! I cannot have music on my. Where is that coming from?
I have no idea, but I'm loving it. Taylor Swift, baby.
No, I cannot have music.
Is it coming from your computer?
No, no, I don't have any tabs open for music. I make sure. That is so weird. Are you sure it's not coming from your end?
I am definitely sure. It is definitely coming from your end.
Where the hell was that coming from? It gave me a heart attack. I was gonna die. It's a bad thing. It's okay.
I don't know where that came
It's
from,
okay.
but that was awesome.
When the thingy comes out, I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna cut that out from the stream. Ah, my heart. I'm gonna have a heart attack today. Hello, Rich. Thank you so much for the 10. And let me see. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, okay. So I've got 20 for the dogs and 10 for me. I appreciate that so much, Rich. That is very, very kind of you. YouTube launches copyright missiles at MCT, and it was with Taylor Swift. Where did that come from? Oh, God.
Was it your phone?
I don't know. My phone is at the side, and that's not my
Or was your dad
ringtone.
downstairs jamming out to some Taylor Swift?
I have no idea. Oh, my God. Ah,
Just imagine dad downstairs.
oh, my
You know,
lungs.
suit and tie, I can show
Oh, do
you.
not sing, Rando. Do not sing it, Rando. Do not sing it, Rando.
Oh, sorry, we didn't get a copyright claim.
Yes.
Bring it on!
No, do not bring it on my channel. I do not want any copyright stuff. No, no, thank you, copyright. Okay, wait. Scaria was like, MCT, what does your phone answering voice sound like? I think it's the same thing here. But this is what I always said when I worked for Sprint. Okay, so I worked for Sprint before. Like, I don't know, like 7 years ago. My name was Yvonne. I think it was Yvonne. So I would be like, hi, thank you for calling Sprint. This is Yvonne. How may I help you today? So shit like that. Well,
Wow, that was a really good American accent.
yeah, it's very exhausting. And you say the same spiels over and over again. Um, so you kind of like just memorize the lines. Oh, I understand that you have a problem with your bill. Don't worry. Let me just go ahead and pull up your account and I'll be happy to check it out for you, okay? Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
You sound like the person that you know what it sounds like? It sounds like someone called you like, yeah, I got a problem with my phone, I
Oh, that's
dropped
always
it,
the
it's not
case.
working anymore. And
That's
you'd be
always
like, and you're just like, oh, let me help you out with that. Where did you say you dropped it? A pond. Well, sir, that's why it's not working. Have a nice day.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And then there's like there are times when I'm like that. Like I understand that you're upset right now because of what's happening on your phone, but I won't be able to help you if you keep screaming at me cuz they just there are times when they just scream at you like how can I help you? You're just screaming at me. I don't understand a word.
Okay, so speaking of people screaming at you, so when I used to work out at a gym called UFit, and there was this one guy one time who mistaked me for an employee. I told him several times I was not an employee and I was just there to work out. But he kept mistaking me, or he was convinced I was an employee because I had a shirt from UFit, and I got the shirt because I had been a member for over 8 years,
Mm.
and they gave me a shirt for being a member for over 8 years.
Mm.
So they're just being nuts. So I was wearing my UFit shirt, and this guy comes up to me and goes, "Hey, are you a trainer here?" I said, no. He said, oh, well, you look like a trainer. I said, well, thank you, but I'm not a trainer. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he started looking around the gym, and then he came back up to me and he was like, are you a trainer?
Is he
No, I
dumb?
just said I was not. Yeah, I was like, I just said I wasn't. I'm not a trainer. He goes, well, you're wearing the shirt. I'm like, they gave me a free shirt. Like, because I work out here so much. It's the only reason why I have a shirt. I'm not a trainer. So he looks around the gym, and then he comes up to me a third time. He said, MF, I know you're a trainer. I was like, no, motherfucker, I am not a trainer. Like, no, leave me alone. And he said, he looked at me, he goes, well, I know you're a trainer, and I'm just letting you know that I had a gym membership at this gym for
Oh my
3 years and I
god.
have not come here. So I want all my money back. And I'm like, dude, I don't work. First of all, that's not how that works. Like, you obviously were a New Year's resolutioner and you came and you paid the fee to have your subscription and you didn't come. That's on you. You do not get your money back. But even that said, I cannot help you because I don't work here. And he started screaming at me, demanding his money back and telling me that I was a liar and I just didn't want to give him his money back. I'm like, dude, listen, I don't work here. But what me and you are about to do is we're about to take our happy asses up to the front desk, have the front desk explain to you that I am just a member and I do not work here, and then explain to you that you're not getting your money back, and then probably call the cops to have you removed because you're making a scene. That's exactly what happened next.
Oh god. I mean, the second time that he came to you, I would probably answer, "Are you a trainer?" I'd be like, "Are you stupid?" I already
I
told you
just
I'm not working here. So based on
I
this
don't know.
logic, because you're wearing the shirt from the gym, you're a trainer from the gym. So if I wear a shirt that says NASA, does that mean I also work for NASA? Because I'd wear their shirt every day.
You know, in his logic, probably you're probably like an astronaut. You know, he'd probably look at you and be like, "Have you ever been to the moon before?" Well, what do you mean? Well, you're wearing a NASA shirt. Have you ever been to the moon before? You going to Mars next week?
I'm
It's
gonna wear
like,
a shirt that says your mom. I'm just gonna be everybody's mom. Give me money. I'm your mom.
I seriously, like, I don't know what convinced him I worked there. I don't know, but
Because you
like,
look fit, Rando. Have you seen yourself, Rando? I've seen
okay, but
you.
back then I was not very big. I was, let's see, when that happened,
Small Rando?
20,
He's small
I was
Rando.
21 and only weighed about 160 pounds. So I wasn't the big buff rando that I was before I stopped working out. So I wasn't huge. I mean, I wasn't like small, but I wasn't huge. You know, I wasn't the 205 rando that I once was. So the fact that he thought that I was a trainer just kind of baffled me. It's like, dude, I if I was a trainer, they'd probably be training me because of how fucking tiny I am. You understand? Like, it doesn't work like that. He just convinced himself that I was a trainer there. So
Because how
oh my god.
dare you? How dare you wear a shirt, Rando?
I know. And then like so on top of that, I've never worked for Kroger a day in my life. I'm just gonna say that right now. And I got fired from Kroger. Would you like to hear that story?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so I worked for the city of Roswell for 8 years. And when when I was a construction inspector, we were required to wear a blue shirt. And a blue shirt is what you wear at Kroger. So I walked into Kroger after work. I was wearing a blue shirt and khaki shorts. And apparently that is the exact attire of Kroger. So I walk in and I go ahead and I buy my stuff. You know, I bought some beer for that night because I wanted some beer, and I bought some chips and I bought some sandwich stuff and I bought frozen pizza. I remember exactly what I bought that day because what happened was next was just utterly ridiculous and so out of left field that I couldn't help but crack up in front of the lady that fired me. So I'm walking to pay for my stuff, and who I assume to this day was the general manager. Maybe she was just crazy lady. I don't know, but I assume she was the general manager. She walks up to me and goes, "Excuse me." I don't think that she's talking to me, so I just keep walking. And she gets in front of my cart and puts her hands on it and goes, "Excuse me." And I'm like, "Can I help you?" She goes, "Who told you you could take a break?" I looked at her and I was like, "I'm sorry." She goes, "Who told you you could take a break on your shift?" I said, "I'm not taking a break. I don't work here. I'm just I'm just a customer about to pay for some stuff." And then she looks at me and she goes, "Oh, okay. So I'm supposed to believe that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm just a customer." And she goes, "Well, with that attitude, I'll make you clean out like the bathrooms for a month or whatever." I'm like, "Lady, I don't know who you are, and quite frankly, I don't care. But I don't work here, and I want to buy my beer, frozen pizza, and sandwich meat in peace, please." And she looks at me and she goes, "Well, I'll make it really easy for you. You're no longer employed here. Hand me your badge and hand me like your ID card and everything, because I'm firing you at this moment." I literally reached my hands in my pocket, pulled out my pockets to show nothing but lint, and she still didn't believe that I didn't work there. She thought that I lost my ID card and my badge. So she said, "That's coming out of your last paycheck." And then she walked away. And I'm just like, how do you think that? Like, what? How do
Jo-
you think that I work here?
Joke's on you. Plot twist. She didn't work there too. She just wanted to act like a manager and fire somebody that day.
I don't know. Probably because, like, I'm like, how did, like, I told you several times that I don't work here and I don't have an ID card and I don't have a badge. So how on earth do you think that I still work here after that? It's like, and
she
then you're gonna go ahead and fire me. I don't work here.
and she walked away to her car and she was like, "Yes, I finally did it. I finally fired someone even though I don't have a
I
job."
finally, I finally achieved my life goal of firing somebody. I did it. She probably went back to her office that day, or she probably went to the restaurant where all her friends go and they buy that overpriced salad with the strawberries on it, and she's like, "Oh my God, listen, I totally fired some rando today. Like, who does he think he is talking to me like that?" And I totally just like fired him on the spot. He probably didn't even work there. I was like, "Oh my God, it's just amazing, you know?" Like, don't you agree, Janice? Wasn't it amazing? Oh my gosh, yes it was, Jennifer. Oh my God, oh, it's so cool. That's probably what happened. But it was just, oh God, it was incredible. I just, like, I get yelled at the gym for not giving a guy back his money, and then I get fired from Kroger. That, yeah.
So far, nobody
So,
yells at me though, because I always. This is just my friends, like, so my friends in real life tell me that my face looks very intimidating, like, cause I don't smile, cause I don't like smiling that much. And they think it's funny because in like if I'm comfortable, I'm kind of funny. I'm kind of hilarious. I'm just silly. But when I'm just standing there and like not doing anything, my face looks like I'm about to like murder someone. So that's probably why I don't have any people screaming at me. But I'm also in a place where people are also kind, so that also works. Oh, Derek. Oh, I'm not sure if Derek is still here. I didn't even notice Derek was here. Is talking too much about my call center shit. Hello, Derek. Derek, I'm sorry, Derek. I hope you're well, Derek. And AK. Hello, AK. It is very nice to see you, AK. I hope you
so
are enjoying the stories, AK.
MCT, let me ask you a question. You said that you worked at Sprint for how long?
I think I worked there for a year or something.
What is the worst customer experience you had at Sprint? I'm very curious.
Um, I worked there as an agent, like a customer service representative for a year, and then I got promoted to like quality assurance. So
Hmm.
basically, I don't take calls anymore. I just listen to the calls of my agents and then like grade them and give them like coaching and stuff. But whenever there are no supervisors available and the customer asks for a supervisor, I can be considered as a supervisor and I take those supervisor calls. And there was one time, I don't really, I don't exactly remember the issue, but the guy was so freaking stubborn and so dumb that it took me 3 hours. 3 hours. And I wasn't even able to resolve it. Like I wasn't able to resolve it. And and the thing is, I keep bumping it up to my manager because my manager was looking at me and I was about to cry because I wanted to go home because it was well past my hours. I was like, just bump it up to me. And I was like, I'm trying to. I'm trying to tell this customer that I'm just going to give him to you so you can help him more because you have more power than me. But the customer doesn't want to speak with my manager. He just wants to speak to me. So I was so frustrated. And I'm already telling you, like, I can't help you. I've already done everything. It's not working out for you. I can give you more options. I am not the manager. I do not have enough power. And oh my god, there's a lot of like awful moments. I could write a book about like awful moments for call center agents. And especially like one time, my birthday. It was my birthday. I was sitting there. It was the first call, and I was so happy because it was my birthday. And I was like, "Hi, thank you for calling Sprint. This is Yvonne. How may I help you today?" And then the woman was like, "I want to speak to your supervisor." She was just like screaming at me. I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah." The first call on my birthday, it just had to be this. It just had to be this. It's
Yeah,
uh,
I hate that.
I
I
hate
hate that
call.
for you.
I would never work in a call center ever, like ever again. I would.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I used to work at a recycling center. So part of my 8 years in Roswell, the first 3 years I worked there, I worked at a recycling center, and we dealt with a lot of different people. And I distinctly remember this one guy. He came and he wanted to drop off his paint. Well, we only took paint from Roswell residents. The reason why is because paint is very expensive to recycle. When we
mm,
give it to the people who recycle it, it's literally like we took in probably 500 cans a week of paint,
mm,
and it is $20 a can to recycle it. And then the little cans, like the quart cans, are about $15 a can, and the big 5 gallon buckets about $100 to recycle each, not just by the bundle, each. So they're very expensive to recycle. So we only took it from Roswell residents because of how expensive it was. Any money that we made would go directly toward paint, and because of that, we would never turn a profit. So we so he came up and he wanted to recycle his paint, and he told me, "Hey, listen, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for a friend. He can't come here, so I'm recycling his paint." I said, "Well, where do you live, sir?" And then he said, "I think he lived in Sandy Springs, Georgia, which is not in Roswell, Georgia." And I said, "I'm sorry, sir, we can't take the paint." He said, "Well, why not? I'm doing it for my friend who lives in Roswell." I'm like, "Well, your friend would need to be here in order for us to take the paint." "Well, that's stupid. You need to take a paint. You need to take the paint." And I was like, "Well, we can't because you're not a Roswell resident. I'm trying to be as respectful as I can." And I said, "I'm sorry, sir. If you called your friend up here and he was willing to show us his ID, then we'd be happy to take the paint. How far away is he?" "Well, he's 3 hours away. He lives 3 hours away from here," which is impossible because anything for 3 hours away from the recycling center was in Johns Creek, not in Roswell. So there's no way in hell he lived in Roswell. We're like, "Okay, I'm sorry, sir. We cannot take the paint. You're gonna have to." And I gave him all these options. Like, you can take
mm,
it to Atlanta Paint Disposal. They take it from anybody. However, going to charge you. "Well, what are their prices?" "Well, it's the same thing they would charge. It's $20 a can in order to recycle it." "Well, that's ridiculous." I was like, "I know. Tell me about it." We pay the same price you do. We don't get a discount on it. And he was getting madder and madder and madder to the point where he took up the paint can and threw it at me, almost hit me, and called me a lousy piece of fuck, and then drove off, or a dumb piece of fuck, or whatever, and drove off. Well, that night I had went to the grocery store to pick up some stuff, and it was the same guy there at that grocery store. And he was looking for something in the same aisle, and he mistaken me for a worker there and said, "Excuse me, sir, where can I find these? Like, which aisle can I find these on?" I think he was looking for like soup or something.
Mm.
I don't know. And I looked directly at him. He didn't wasn't really paying attention, so I looked directly at him. I said, "Well, sir, I'm just a lazy piece of fuck, so I can't really help you with that." And he looked down, he saw me, and his face dropped. And I was like, "Listen, understand that people have a life outside of work before you insult them." I just walked away.
Good. Good job.
But yeah, that was probably my worst customer experience. I hate it when people yell. I hate it when people shout explicitives at you when you can't help them. It's like, dude, I'm just doing my job. Like, you gotta understand, I'm not saying no because I hate you. I'm literally doing my job.
Mm.
That's it. It's
I get
nothing
that.
personal.
Yeah, I get that. Oh my god. Customer service jobs are just like, oh, the worst. I literally hate it. I hate it so much. There was one time there was a guy who was asking, so I was helping him with his account, and we solved the issue. And you know, at the end of like every customer service call, we try to like introduce you to like new like services that we have to, you know, get more money because we're required to do that, you know, like, have you heard about like our caller ID, blah 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 blah, you know, like stuff like that. So he was interested, so I was like, oh, this guy actually didn't say no, so I was like telling him things about it. And then he kept like pushing for more, and I was like, okay, this guy's just playing with me, and I know, like, fuck this, like, I don't want to talk to him anymore. And then, yeah, sir, if you're not gonna take any services, new services with us today, then it's totally fine. You can just give us a call back when you're ready, blah blah blah. And then the last thing he asked me was that, is it possible for me to send him photos of my feet?
What?
So I don't know how it ended that way. I was just trying to close the call, and he was asking me photos of my feet. So that was one very weird, creepy, awkward call that I had with Sprint. I don't know why
Of
my
your
feet
feet.
got. People are
Yeah,
weird.
thank you for your service today. Can I have a picture of your feet, please? And hope it should
So
be
weird.
fine.
Just so weird. So I literally hang
So,
up on him.
yeah, I would hang up on him too if someone asked me for a picture of my feet. So Laura said, when I say Roswell, she pictured Roswell, New Mexico, which is actually kind of funny because we got a call once at the Roswell Recycling Center, which is Roswell, Georgia, by the way. Um, and uh, they called us and told us that they were appalled, and we were like, for what? And we had been told that we had left the recycling cans out by the curb of the square and would not pick them up, and they had fallen over and had gotten everywhere, and there was pollution in the streets, and like told that we should be held to a higher accountability because we're the recycling center and everything. And we're like, what? Like, what square are you talk talking about? Are you talking about the Alive at Five square? And she goes, no, the square near the train tracks. What train tracks? She's like, the square near the train tracks.
What train tracks?
we're, we're like, well, what train tracks, man? What are you talking about? She goes, when you drive down the train tracks, there's the square, and then there's the Roswell, New Mexico's high school right there. And everyone, and like, we had put her on speaker at this point because she was just appalled by how much we did not know. And everybody in the room just starts busting out laughing, right? And we're like, ma'am, this is Roswell, Georgia, not Roswell, New Mexico. And she goes, oh, so you guys didn't leave the stuff out by the curb? And we're like, no, because none of us had been up to New Mexico lately. And she was just, I mean, there was like 10 minutes of silence on her end. And we're like, ma'am, are you still there? And then we just heard a click and boom, and we're just like, well, I guess that answers her question. So
Oh my god, people. Why are people like that? People give me a headache.
the thing is, though, like, if you go on Google and you search up the Roswell Recycling Center, 9 times out of 10, the first thing that's going to pop up is the Georgia Roswell Recycling Center because we are a bigger facility than the New Mexico Recycling Center.
Mm.
So people wouldn't even read that it's in Georgia. They just go ahead and call. And
Mm.
there was a lot of mix-ups, like, oh yeah, you guys are near the train tracks, right? And we're like, what train tracks? There's no, like, there's hardly any train tracks in Roswell. So which ones are you talking about? You know, near the train tracks. And we're like,
I like how you
what are you
get
talking
calls
about?
about like train. Oh, it's a train track, and you're like, oh, not this again, not
Pretty
this
much. Like that's
again.
kind of what it evolved into. Like you called the wrong facility. You know?
People, people give me a headache. I want a job that I do not have to interact with people ever. One day I will get that job.
That's why I love my job. I work at a chemical company and I don't have to deal with people at all. All I need to do is sit down, work on the alkylators, or work on the flaker, or work on drumming, or work on, you know, low temp, and I am good to go. I don't need to deal with customers. I don't need to talk to anybody unless I'm training with somebody, and it's fantastic.
Right now I deal with people every day. Well, kids specifically. It is not a fun time.
What grade do you cheat? What
I
do you
teach,
guys do it in grades over there?
yes, I teach grade 1 to grade 6.
Okay. So
It is
you
not a fun
teach
time.
elementary school. Do you guys have like elementary school and middle school, or is it just like all
Oh,
one kind of thing bunched together?
what do they have here? They have primary school 1 to 6, and then they have matayum. Matayum is like high school for them. It's like also 6 levels. The high school has 6 levels here.
6 levels.
Yes.
Oh wow.
So I think it's,
See the
I don't know, it's like, how do I say this? Um, okay, I'm confused how to
so
explain it. I don't really understand things here.
okay. So in yours in Thailand, is it grade 1 to grade 6? Is that all elementary school?
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense because the way they do it in America is grade 1 to grade 5 is elementary school. So you got kindergarten, and then you got 1 through 5, which is elementary school, and then you got 6 through 8, which is middle school, and then you
Mm.
got 9 through 12, which is high school.
Mm. Okay, okay. Okay. So I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm very confused. When I was in school, I think I was the last batch. So we had like grade 1 to 6, which is elementary school, and then 4 years of high school. And then after that, you can go to university.
Mhm.
But then I think the Philippines changed it. So now we have 1 to 6 elementary, and then high school 4 years, and then we have junior and then senior year, and then you can go to like uni. I don't know. I want to go back to school, but not school. Like I want to go get culinary classes.
Like the culinary arts and everything.
Yes, I would like to learn more about cooking. Like I love cooking right now, and I have a passion for it. But of course, I'm not exactly the best at it. So I want to
Well, I
like
mean,
get better. I'm pretty good. Like I'm not even bragging. Like I'm pretty good at like flavors and cooking and stuff. But I think like I can still improve, and there's room for improvement and stuff like that.
yeah. Well, okay, so I love cooking. I love to eat, so I love cooking. I eat all day, every day. My wife actually gets mad at me because she'll stock up the fridge and in 2 days it'll be gone because I eat so much. But I do not like to cook, and the reason why I don't like to cook is because I don't like the cleanup that it comes with it. I don't like cooking this big immaculate meal where I can feed everybody and the meal tastes amazing and everything like that, and then I'm the one stuck cleaning it up. I don't like doing that. I believe that if you cook, everyone helps clean it up.
um, yes, that would be very nice. I hate cleaning up too.
I can't stand it. I can't. And like this one guy I work with, he goes, "Well, I clean up as I go." I was like, I can't do that because then the food that I'm working on gets cold or it gets hard or it gets stale while I'm cleaning. And then I go to cook, and then I'm working with soft, cold, whatever. in front of me instead of warm, you know, stuff that I was just working on. Or, when I get to the last thing where I put it in the pan to sear it and cook it, I leave it in there too long
Mm.
because I'm working on cleaning up whatever I just took it out of.
Yeah, yes, I get that.
So
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm kind of confused because I'm like, I want to talk. I'm like, I'm also hungry. What should I do?
get some food. Get some hot dogs. I love hot dogs. Hot dogs are my favorite type of food, probably.
Oh wait, there's
I
another
love hot
person
dogs.
on my stream. I'm so sorry, chat. Like I'm so lost right. I'm kind of hungry and like I can't function when I'm okay. So Magic Book of Horror. Yo, what's up? I am new to your channel. Been here for a few weeks. Nearing the end of last year. Welcome to the channel. It is very nice to have you here. I hope you enjoy the content and stuff. So by the way, guys, do you have any like suggestions for like content or like kinds of videos you want to see? Of course, I do have dark web stories every single week because I people just love it. Like I put up a poll the other day about like which one you want to see, and people were still commenting about dark web stories. I'm like, oh yeah, people really like dark web stories on my channel, so I'm gonna continue putting that up. But yeah, other themes or like topics you want me to cover. So far, right now, I have more Philippine stories or like stories from the Philippines, stories from Japan, glitch, stalker, crawlers, humanoids, dark web. I'm trying to search for more. Uh, we will see. We will see.
So, okay, so in the Philippines, or I guess where you live, I guess in the Philippines, whenever you walk by something, you have to say tabi tabi, right? Or like it's something that, or like whenever you walk by the woods, or I remember you talking about that one time.
Oh, yes. If you walk by a place where you think there's a spirit or like, something different, you have to say tabi tabi. Of course, not all of us believes in that because, that's just superstition. But yeah, when I was a kid, my mom used to like tell me to do that. And I did. I was like, tabi, tabi. So when
You
I
should
pass
make a
by
story about that.
when I pass by big trees, when I pass by like abandoned hospitals, because I lived near an abandoned hospital before, and when I pass by abandoned areas in general, yeah, I do that. I say tabi tabi, and that's where I got my first channel name, Tabi Tabi Tales. I wasn't Miss Creepy Tales at the beginning. It was Tabi Tabi Tales.
You should make a story about that, about someone passing by like an old abandoned building and always says tabi tabi, right?
Mm.
And then one day, maybe it's a long day at work or
You
something, or
forgot
maybe
to
something
say it.
happens in the day and forgets to say it, and then is like, as they pass, they're like thrown into the spirit world and they have to find their way out of it because they angered the spirit that lived there. That would be a cool story.
That would be a cool story. I don't know how to write. I do not know how to write. I hope somebody can write that.
You could just call the story, you could just call the story Tabby Tabby or Tabi Tabi, or I'm saying it wrong. I know I'm saying it wrong, but
Can you do stories about people that go on airplanes? I'm gonna be very honest with you. I actually tried that. Like, I had one story about a creep on the plane. I had one story, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna look for more stories about airplanes or airports. And then I tried, and I sent requests to the stories that I found, and literally only one person replied. So I did not have enough stories for that video. So I just, and then the owner of the story of the creep on the plane was like, have you done my story yet? I was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna do your story really soon. So I just put it in a creepy Reddit story like compilation because I felt bad for that person. They were really waiting for their story, but I just couldn't get other stories for it. So yeah, but after like my exams and like things that I have to do for work, I'll definitely search for more stories. I'll definitely look for more because right now I'm just really busy. But yeah, I'll
Yeah.
try it again. I'll try it again. I'll try the airplane stories again.
So what specifically, like when you look for airplane stories, what are you looking for in the story?
No, just anything creepy that happened to them on the plane.
Like
On,
creepy people or like
like
creepy
creepy
situations
people
or
or yeah, creepy people, creepy situations, or even like let's say the plane was like having massive turbulence and they thought they were gonna die. That's also creepy and scary. So any experience that made them uncomfortable or scared while they're on the plane.
the two easiest places to make a horror setting in is either a train or a plane. And the reason why is because a train and a plane is such a controlled environment. And there's this feeling of
Mm.
almost claustrophobia to where, you can't you have restricted movements. Whatever is on there, you can't really escape it. You can just be,
Yep.
you can just be like out of sight of it. And I think that's the reason why those types of stories work so well.
No, it's horrifying. Like you can't really do much. Like like
Yeah, you're so constricted in what you can do.
you, you I don't know. I really wanted to be like a flight attendant before, but now I'm kind of scared. Is it because I'm
I
old that
would
I'm really
love
scared?
to
No.
I would love to be a flight attendant. The problem with me being a flight attendant is quality of life. And I'm not saying those people like are have bad quality of life or anything, but like I have a wife and I need to spend time with my wife. I can't be, on a plane for like, you know,
Yeah, I get
three
that.
months out of the year or however long they work or whatever.
Adam, will you be fine if I leave you for like long periods of time if I was a flight attendant? Asking Adam. Will you be fine if I leave you for a long period of time? You'll survive without me, right? You'll be fine, right? Adam
Oh,
answered with
so us
yes.
talking about like creepy stories and stuff, like different like creepy
Mm-hmm.
stories. Have you ever, like, I know you do a lot of glitch in the Matrix stories. Have you ever had a quote unquote glitch in the Matrix
Happened to me.
happen to you? Happen to you?
I'm pretty sure there was one time it happened, but let me think. Oh yes, yes, just this week. Um, so I was printing exams for the kids. This is just a very simple glitch, okay? It might have not been a glitch, maybe even. Maybe it was just me being dumb. So I was printing for my 30 students. So I print 30 pieces of this paper, and then when it was over, I printed another 30 pieces of another paper. So, and they needed to be paired with each other. But then after I like stapled like those like A and B together, so there was like I printed 30 pieces of A, 30 pieces of B, and after stapling them together, there were pa- two pieces of B that were left. I was like, "Okay, wait. Why are there two pieces of B like papers of B left?" So I counted all the pairs that I've made. I'm like, so there's probably 28, right? But then there was like 29. I was like, but why are there two? I was just, I didn't understand what was going on. It's just like the numbers were just not numbering. So I printed 30 each. I was very sure because, of course, you'd see the number when you put it in the printer. And then now I had two extra pieces of one page, but the other one is like there's 29 pairs. So what's going on? I don't know. So yeah, it was very simple, but it was weird, and I don't have an explanation for it. I don't know. Maybe I was just being dumb. I don't know, or the printer was being dumb and be like, okay, let's add another page to make her freak out. Maybe the printer was thinking that. I don't know. But yeah, I don't really get much glitch stuff happen to me, though. I read a lot of it. Paranormal, though.
So I guess like because so I think I've had a glitch in the Matrix happening before, or maybe it's just because I was tired and I couldn't really hear it right. So I used to listen to like I used to have really bad trouble sleeping, and I still do sometimes.
Mm.
And I used to listen to an app called Calm, and Calm was like someone speaking like relaxing sounds and like water moving or like fire crackling, and someone was like,
Mm.
oh, you're floating down a stream or you're sitting by a campfire. Now you're gently, falling to sleep and you're like letting the fire, warm you or the stream, whatever it was. And I used to listen to that because it helped me sleep. And I was asleep and just, drifted, I was drifted off. I was asleep. And then I came to a point at the night where I was kind of in the state where I was fully awake, but I was like I couldn't like move almost, I was just kind of like
Mm.
laying there. I don't know if that makes sense. Like
Mm.
I was aware of what was going on around me, but I was still asleep. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. Isn't that?
No,
But did you? I don't know if that's considered sleep paralysis or something. Is that?
no, but so anyways, like I could hear like everything going on, and I was in my room, and I know I was there, and I know I was awake because my eyes were open. I was looking at the ceiling, and I could hear better and better as I was slowly waking up and could hear what was going on around me. And I hear, but my phone is going off in the side, and I can hear like the water, and I can hear the music, but the voice that accompanied it was not the voice of the narrator. It was a very different voice. The voice was kind of distorted in a
No,
way.
that's creepy.
And like, again, it could just be because I was tired and I wasn't hearing it correctly, but like, so where it would be a guy talking about, like, oh, let the river take you, take you off to sleep or whatever, what I heard was a very distorted voice saying things like, you're going to drown in this river. Um, there's no hope. You're going to die. I have the body of a snake and the head of a goat. And then there was a snort. And I
It's not.
freaked out and I jumped out of my bed and I grabbed my phone and I turned it off. Like it's genuinely like scared the shit out of me. And I knew it was coming from my phone because I knew I had it on. And as soon as I turned it off, like room went silent and everything. And I'm like, what the hell? And so I turned Calm back on and I starts playing, water noises and everything, and then it just goes back to the regular narration voice. And I'm just like, did I hear that correctly? Like I to this day I don't know if I heard it correctly or not.
Sorry. Knowing my personality, I would be in your place and I would be very scared. Like I would be crying scared probably, and then that person could have just snorted and I would just threw all my fear away and I would just started laughing and I was like, did you just snort? I mean, it was
But like thinking back on it, it's funny, but like in the heat of the moment, like hearing that and then hearing like the pig snort, like just was like icing on top. Like, and here's the thing, I could have easily misheard it. Like I could have definitely eaten it because I was so damn tired and I was still waking up. So easily, like I know for a fact I probably misheard it, but the fact that I heard that makes me think that it was a glitch in the matrix because you hear all these stories of like people listening
mm.
to music and all of a sudden the music becoming like distorted and stuff. And I just want to know if like I had that instance. It was just weird.
No, Rando, you are being hunted by the snorting demon.
By the snorting demon that has like even the animal sounds stupid. The body of a snake and the head of a goat, like that doesn't sound terrifying. That sounds dumb. Like
That would be my personality. It's just like, oh my no, they please spare me, don't hurt me, and then they snort. I'll be like, just snort. They'd probably kill me in my sleep. And then the first part when you were like I listened to this app called Calm so I could go to sleep. I'm like, oh, that sounds nice. I was like interested, and you were like, so you could hear like you're on the stream. I'm like, no, I can't swim, Rando. I'm not gonna sleep thinking like I'm gonna drown. I can't
yeah.
swim.
So Laura said that I probably did mishear it because it's not uncommon to have audio and visual hallucinations while you're in sleep paralysis. And then Alternative Night said you may need to call an exorcist just in case.
No, it's just
So
the
I don't
snorting
live there
demon.
anymore. So what's that?
It's just the snorting demon. Nothing to worry
It's
about.
just the snorting demon. It's the demon that snorts when he laughs. Um, all the other demons make fun of him. Like, looking back on it, I know I probably misheard it, but it was creepy and it was scary in the moment. So
Yeah, I
I'm
get
not
that.
gonna rule out, I'm not gonna rule out that it might have been something like sinister because I do believe in the supernatural and everything
Mm.
like that, and I do believe that there is like a supernatural force, you know, like because I'm a Christian, so I believe that there is like spiritual forces at work and at war and everything. So I'm not going to rule it out, but at the same time, I'm not going to say that's exactly what it was and leave it at that because I probably just misheard it. You know what I mean?
I get that. I get that. It was very scary and funny at the same time. Why am I like this?
Well, because like a snort, like typically you'd laugh at it when you hear, it's like you're like you just what the fuck was that? Like it is something funny, but at the same time, like if you were there, you'd probably shit your pants. Like that's all I'm gonna
I get
say.
that. I probably would have. Adam, the snorting demon sounds like a street name for cocaine. Oh, my lungs. I want to eat. What do you want to eat right now? Is there any food you would like to eat, guys?
Oh man, any food. Do you know what Vienna sausages are?
Yes, I do. I
We have some
do.
of those. We have some Vienna sausages right now, and I ate about 3 cans of those today. Those things are delicious. But the problem with me eating those is as soon as I crack open the can, the cats freak out and they all run towards me. So I'm not going to do that on stream.
Cats. Oh, it's time to eat. It's time for
Yeah,
snacks.
pretty much. Like
Uh,
they like so me and my wife we went to Culver's. So my wife did a photo shoot today,
ooh.
and she oh my god, she looked absolutely sexy. But I'm not gonna gush over that on stream. But anyways, so she did a photo shoot today with like a very famous photographer and everything. She actually did it for free because he just wanted to like gain like a new
Mm.
model and everything. He wasn't doing for financial purposes. And we went to Culver's after the photo shoot was over, and I bring my burger. Culver's is a burger place, if you don't know, and
Mm-hmm.
I bring my burger into the house and lay it down, and my freaking cat Mistopheles pushes it open with his nose and takes a giant ass chunk out of it. I'm just like, really, dude?
Cat was like, "It's for me." Yes, it's for you, cat. It's all for you, little cat.
Well, the thing is, he's my cat, so he knows like I'm not gonna like hit him for it. So he knows he can get away with it. It's still irritating.
Oh, my cat does that when he hears like his plate, because he has two plates. He has a plate for his dry food, and he has a plate for his like wet food. So when he hears the wet food plate like even do a little clink, like automatically like
Yeah.
whips his head to us, and it's like meow, meow. Like screams at us like, is it time? Is it time to eat?
Time to eat. Feed the cat.
I love my cat very much. Oh, by the way, guys, it's like 3 minutes into. If you have any questions, 3 minutes in, 3 minutes left. If you have any questions, anything you want to talk about, please feel free to drop it in the chat before we end the stream. But again, no worries. If you had more things you wanted to talk to me about, you could always join me again next Saturday because I will be streaming, nah, constantly. I will be streaming constantly again because I am feeling much, much, much better. And yeah, I just enjoy talking to you guys. I really enjoy talking to you guys. And I might do some, I don't know, game streams or something. I'm not really sure about things. I haven't scheduled things yet, but yeah, yeah.
CT.
Yes.
So I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Go
So
ahead.
I've been doing some gaming streams lately, and we were talking about copyright claims earlier. You want to hear some BS?
Is it about another streamer?
No, it's about
No.
me.
Oh,
So
okay.
I did a gaming stream of Batman Arkham Knight or
Uh-huh.
Batman Arkham Asylum, and I got copyright claimed for it. I don't know why. They never gave me a reason. I think it was because of the music in that game, but I got copyright claim for it for no reason. I had to delete that video.
I don't. That's weird. Usually, if it's games, it's fine.
Yeah, yeah, usually if it's games, it's fine,
Yeah.
but for no reason I got copyright claimed.
I'm
And I
not.
don't know why. I didn't do anything like I didn't sing anything in that video. I didn't say anything that could be copyrighted. I think it was because of the music in that game. But yeah, I was
Maybe,
hit with a
but
copyright claim.
it's very unfortunate. Have you tried, like, what do you
They
call
never
it?
sent me an email saying like I was hit with it. I just looked at the video one day and it said copyright claim.
Oh, that's very weird. I don't know. I don't really understand a lot of things with YouTube. YouTube is weird sometimes, and they don't really have like a thing to base proper thing to base things off. What is up with my English right now? Is it because I'm hungry?
Eat some PB&J. I love peanut butter and jelly. You should eat some peanut butter and jelly.
I do not like peanut butter.
You don't like peanut butter?
I do not like peanut butter.
Peanut butter is God's gift to Earth.
I do not like peanut butter. God can keep his gift. he
I'm
can,
dangerous with
he
peanut butter and jelly. I can eat like 20 of those things.
God can keep his peanut butter gift. I do not like peanut butter. Hello, JD. It is nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. I'm about to finish though. Do you have any questions? You're so late. So Laura says nowadays most games get age restricted, but most likely it was the music.
Yeah, probably, but that's weird because people stream that game all the time. I wonder if they have to stream it with the music. I wonder if other people have had problems with that and have to stream that game with the music off. That would make sense. Like maybe
Mm,
that's the reason I got a copyright claim.
maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm just really careful about copyright stuff. That's why earlier I panicked when Taylor Swift started singing. Taylor Swift, where are you coming from? It was very weird. Was that a glitch in the Matrix? I have no idea.
Maybe. Ooh,
What about
spooky
almond
Taylor
butter?
Swift.
I like butter and I like almond. Um, Creamy peanut butter. No, I do not like peanut butter, JD.
Peanut butter is
Silently fights the
delicious.
urge. Adam silently fights the urge to expose her cursed sandwiches. Expose me. I do not care. I like them, okay? So
So
basically,
you have, so do you eat almond butter and jelly or do you just have jelly on toast?
so on my bread, I put mayonnaise. I put a bit of mayo and I put jelly on it. So mayo
Okay.
and jelly. And Adam says it's cursed.
No, it's not curd. See in the South where I live, it's very common to have mayonnaise and banana sandwiches. So it's not too far fetched to think of mayonnaise and jelly.
Cause, cause I like how, cause the jellies are super sweet and I like it, but the mayonnaise is a bit like, I don't know, like it balances out how sweet the jelly is. So it just tastes really yummy. And Adam says it's very weird. Tomato for kid. PBJ on toast is divine. I do not like peanut butter, Rose.
You know what also balances out the sweetness of jelly really well? Peanut butter.
No, I do not want peanut butter.
I love peanut butter and
Magic Book of
jelly.
Horror says, "How many pets do you have?" I have 6 dogs and a cat. I have 6 dogs and a cat. And hey, BBs! Welcome back, BBs. I love the BBs. Eskimono says, new games have streamer option where they change or take out music. It was probably the music.
Yeah, that would make the most sense. See, I play video games without music anyways. I don't a lot of times video music in video games doesn't feel right to me because it feels a lot of I mean newer games now like God of War
Mm-hmm.
and like The Last of Us, the music's really good and like you can tell there was thought and time and devotion put into it. Like other games, music just feels half-assed and
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't feel like there was any love put in the music because there's a clear disconnect between movies and games to where like big time music artists don't want to work on video games so they have to use like just like I
Mm.
don't know stuff from Spotify in order to make their music and it feels very wrong so I usually just play video games without music anyways.
See, JD, mayo and jelly, you're fired. I'm not gonna let you eat it. JD, I'm not gonna let you eat it. I'm the one who's gonna eat it. You're not eating it. It's just me. Dova King, mayonnaise and banana sandwiches are goaded.
Oh, they're so good. Oh, I love mayonnaise and banana sandwiches.
I love eating bananas, but I don't like bananas in my bread.
You gotta try it. It's so good. Also, mayonnaise and tomato sandwiches are really good too.
Oh, Lady Spakaria has a question. BBs and Rando, what have you eaten today? I have not eaten yet. I am very sad.
I ate some sausages and a burger. That's all I had today. Um, I usually don't eat on the weekends very much. I usually we eat when I'm working, and when I'm working, I have like at least 10 or 11 meals. So
It's a lot of
that's
meals,
that's
Rando.
yeah, that's only when I'm working now. So um,
I'm very
but when
jealous.
I'm not working, I don't eat very much.
I'm very jealous. I would like to have a lot of meals too. I am hungry. I just want to eat. Look at me and my hungry ass. You need to eat, BBs. Rose, I will
Do you
say I
have any
made.
tomato soup?
No, we don't really do tomato soup. It's not a thing here.
If you're able to get tomato soup ever, make some tomato soup, put some milk in it, stir it up in a pot, heat it up and everything, and then make yourself a grilled cheese sandwich and dip the grilled cheese in tomato soup. It
I've
is
seen that.
the
I've seen that
best
in
thing ever.
videos. But in the
It's so good.
what are the things I want to buy? I want to buy a sandwich maker. What else do I want to buy? I don't know. There's a lot of things I want to buy. I'm always hungry. Why am I always hungry? I should be on a diet. I should be working on my diet. But I like
You want to know
snacking
the
so
secret?
much.
Do you want to know a secret that is very dangerous and it's about diet? You can eat anything you want to eat. You can eat cake, you can eat candy, you can eat the most sugary stuff in the world. You can eat fattening stuff, you can eat stuff that's not too fattening, as long as it's all in balance and moderation and you exercise well. Like a 10-minute walk a day, or maybe, a jog or going to the gym. And if you maintain that and you eat everything in balance and moderation, let's say like you have like something super unhealthy for breakfast. Let's say you have like chocolate cake for breakfast or whatever. And then like for lunch, you have a salad and you have a ham sandwich or whatever and some chips. And then for dinner, you have something even healthier. Maybe you have an apple and you have some fruits and veggies and you have some fruit or whatever. And then the next day, you pig out and you eat whatever you want. But you have everything in balance and moderation. You can literally eat whatever you want to stay healthy.
I want to eat whatever I want. Look at me just crying. I want to eat. Maybe I should go eat. Okay. Okay. Oh, my lungs. So thank you so much today, guys. Thank you, Rando. Is there anything you want to like plug to them or tell the people in the chat before we go?
So, yes, actually. So, I'm starting two new YouTube channels. I'm
Two.
starting a YouTube channel called Solar Eclipse,
Ooh.
which will be me reading Glitch in the Matrix stories, maybe some creepypastas, um, scary story, maybe my own original scary content, horror stories, and stuff like that. That will be reserved for that channel. And I don't know when that will be, whenever I get the time, but I will definitely keep you guys updated on that. It's going to be called Solar Eclipse. And then I'm making another YouTube channel called SCP Files.
Ooh.
And SCP Files will be following a character who interviews different SCPs and learns about them. And it will be me either with someone else who will do the voices or just me alone doing all the voices. And it's not going to be like a lecture to where I talk about the SCPs. What it's going to be is like a guy reminiscing in his journal talking about the SCP he had the interview with. And then the interview between him and the SCP is going to play out. So again, I don't know when. I'm not going to make any promises on when those might come out. They could come out tomorrow. They could come out in 6 months from now. So it's all based on whenever I get the time to do it, whenever I can dedicate my time to do it. And then I also want to try to make a gaming channel as well. If that ever comes into fruition,
Mm-hmm.
I will let you guys know.
Yes, let us know so we can like share the links around, the linky loos around. So,
Also,
guys,
be on the
oh,
lookout for the story I'm making for MCT.
yes, yes, absolutely. I am very excited for it. But take your time because great stories. I would say it's a great story. Yes, it's a great story, Rando. It's fighting Rando over it. So, yes, please do check out my Dogman stories if you haven't yet, because that did not get much views at all. I think people are not used to it, like being on my channel. But yeah, here's my Dogman stories, and do leave a comment or a like on it. And again, tomorrow is upload schedule. I have stalker stories for tomorrow, and then we're gonna have more other stories this week. 3 videos a week, and if you feel like it, feel free to comment and like to let the algorithm know, Susan know that you like my videos, so that more people who would probably like my content would find my channel. Okay, so I appreciate it. If you're not sleepy yet, you can go ahead and play me in the backgrounds. Just doing my English. You can play me in the background. You know, just enjoy, guys. I hope you have a great night, day, afternoon. I don't know where you guys are from, but I know that you're all over the world. And I love you, and have a great night. I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.